Namaste yogis. In today's practice we are going to start on the floor. So get nice and comfortable. Just give your body time just to arrive on the floor. We'll keep your feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart. Just let the upper body come slowly down, resting the back of the head on the floor. We'll rest 2 hands on the abdomen with the elbows wide. And just give your body time just to arrive here. Feeling the support of the floor beneath you. Feeling the movement of your breath beneath your hands. The gentle rise and fall of each breath. So as you breathe in, the abdomen expands into your hands. As you breathe out, it softens, releases back down towards the spine. Just observing the flow of each breath, the rhythm, the texture, the quality of your breath. And just take one more full breath in and let that go. We'll just take a moment to set an intention for today's practice. And we'll take your knees into your chest and just place one hand on top of each knee. And as you do this and draw the knees in, bend the elbows, feel the lower back pressing into the floor. Maybe even flex your feet here for a moment. Feel the back of the shoulders moving towards the floor. And then as you inhale, let the knees move away. So keep them the same distance apart. Begin to straighten the arms so the knees are just falling away from you, fully supporting them with your hands. Feel the arch in the back, and as you exhale, draw the knees into the chest, really getting a sense of what's happening here this morning in the physical body, in the lower back, and the hips, and the legs. Inhale, let the knees move away. Wait for your exhalation, draw the knees back in. And we'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, let the knees move away. Exhale, draw the knees back in. One more time like this. Inhale, let the knees move away. Exhale, draw the knees all the way in. Feel the lower back pressing into the floor. Keep your hands on each knee, and then we'll begin to circle your knees away from you. So looking for your full range of movement into the hips here. Exploring how this feels. Let the knees move away, out to the side, draw them back in. So you're creating a circle here with both legs. And the next time you finish the one you're on, we'll change direction. And just notice how that feels in the body. And then we'll place the feet on the floor and just roll onto your right side just to work into our shoulders. So reach your right arm straight out from your shoulder, back of the hand is on the floor. You can place the head on the floor, or if it's a good bit up from the floor, just place a rolled blanket underneath it. We'll stack your knees on top of our knees and ankles on top of your ankles, and place your left hand on top of your right hand. Wait for the in-breath, and as you breathe in, allow the left hand to glide forward about 2 or 3 inches in front of your right arm. And as you exhale, let it move back. Keeping it in contact with the bottom arm, you can bend the elbow, come back as far as you can with the hand connected to the bottom arm. Inhale, glide forward, so wait for the inhale, really feeling into the movement. And then exhale, glide back. We'll just do 2 more like this. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, glide back. And one more like this. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, glide back. This time we'll keep it back. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling, and then maybe twisting the upper body as you reach it behind you, following your hand with your gaze. If the arm doesn't reach comfortably to the floor here, you can just place a cushion underneath it, or roll the blanket. Take a few breaths in or twist. Just letting that left shoulder and arm be heavy, moving in the direction of the floor if they're not already there. One more breath here, inhale, and then exhale slowly back to center, and then we'll shift over onto the other side. So coming to lie down on your left side, stacking your knees, stacking your ankles, reaching your left arm straight out from the shoulder, back of the hand on the floor here. Right hand is on top, get nice and comfortable. And then we wait for the inhale, and as we do this, glide your right arm forward, feeling into the movement, into the shoulders and the arm. And then exhale, glide it back. Keep that hand in contact with the bottom arm. Come back as far as you can. And then inhale, glide forward. The head may roll on the mat. Exhale, glide back. Keeping the movement really conscious and slow. Inhale. Exhale. And again, just one more time. And as we arrive back after this one, keep it back here. Inhale, reach your arm up, and exhale, coming into your twist. Arm moves behind you, either onto a cushion or the floor. You can lift your head, turn your gaze to look out over your right wrist here, and just settle for a few breaths in your twist. Heavy, the shoulder be heavy, moving in the direction of the floor if they're not already there. One more breath in, and reach that left arm up, and then exhale, take the hand to hand, and we'll make our way onto hands and knees into a tabletop. Once you're here, your knees are directly underneath your hips, and then your shoulders are over the heel of your hands, or if the hands are feeling uncomfortable around the wrist, we can take your hands a little bit forward of the shoulders as well. We'll start with just a couple rounds of moving cat here. So as you exhale, draw the belly in, press your hips back towards your heels. Just feel the length in the spine. Inhale, moving forward with a neutral spine here. So ending where we started. Exhale, draw your belly in. Create space in the back of the body. Hips move back. Inhale, forward into tabletop. Just two more like this. Exhale, round, create space in the back of the body, hips move back. Inhale, forward. Last time, exhale, round and press back. Ears in line with your arms, and we'll pause here once we arrive back. Breathing into the back of the body. So for our next shoulder stretch, you can either stay down here into child's pose with extended arms. You could take your knees wider if that felt more comfortable, or if this doesn't feel good for your body, come into this tabletop where you're stacking the hips over the knees. And now we're coming into stretch for the shoulders. So we're going to create little fists with our hands. They can either be placed on blocks, on the bolster, or the floor. So you stretch your arms out straight from you, sink the chest, the heart towards the floor here. You could place a little cushion underneath the chest here so that it arrives in contact with something a little earlier. If you do need to bend your elbows, bend them a little bit too. Our focus here is really getting into the front of the shoulders and the chest and underneath the armpits, which works deep into the shoulder muscles. This is a back bend, so be very mindful how it feels for you. Come to a place that's comfortable, you can breathe into, that you feel sensations. So go far enough that you can explore your edge, but then know if you've gone too far, if you're gripping or holding. So we do make these fists, but we soften them too, so we're not tightening and tightening and tightening. We're sort of letting go into the upper arms here. If it feels okay to hang, you can hang here too. And we'll take 2 more breaths. And then walk your hands back. Maybe shake your hands out or your arms out. And we'll come into a stretch known as tiger here. So as you exhale, we'll take your right knee into your chest. As you do this, round the spine, draw the belly in, so you're lifting the back ribs. And then as you inhale, we'll take your right leg behind you and contract the buttock as you do this, so you're just not swinging into the lower back. So as you exhale, draw the knee in, create space. Inhale, take the leg back and lift the heart at the same time. Just 2 more like this. Exhale, round into the upper body. Inhale, lift up, lift the heart. Just 1 more time like this. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift that right leg. You can hold it here, lift the heart. Take a couple of breaths. And then we can take that right knee over towards the upper right arm in that direction. So even if it only reaches halfway, that's absolutely fine. If you can connect it with the upper arm, go ahead. Pause, and we'll stretch that right leg out straight from your hip. We'll place the 4 corners of the foot on the floor so you're not pressing into the inner edge. As you do this, you're activating the foot. Lift up through the arch so you can feel that this right leg is nice and firm. And then we'll reach your right arm up. Look up towards your thumb. Or you can take your right hand behind your back. Just let it fall across the lower back. Grab hold of the top of your left thigh. Look out over your shoulder. One more breath here. Take your left leg. So keep your left knee where it is. Take the left leg off the mat. And then we'll bring your right leg back. Place it on the floor. And reach your right arm up. This is a version of side plank here. So you've got lots of space to lift this top arm up. Press actively into that foot so you'll feel the outer hip and the thigh engaging. Either stay here or we lift that leg. Press out through the foot. This is like a little quarter or baby moon pose. Inhale. Exhale, come back onto hands and knees. And we'll do the same to the other side. So spread your fingers, middle fingers facing forward, back in your tabletop. As you exhale, round the spine, draw the belly in, lift the back ribs. Inhale, engage the buttock as you lift that left leg, lift the heart. 3 more like this with the breath. So the movement follows the breath. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Create as much space as you can with each movement. This time we lift it up, point the foot, engage the buttock, lift the heart. Now take the knee towards the left upper arm again. If it only reaches here, that's absolutely fine. Or if you can connect them together, go ahead. And then we'll stretch that left leg out. Press into the 4 corners of the left foot. Lift up through the arch of that left foot. And then inhale, reach your left arm up. You can follow the thumb with your gaze. Either stay here or you can begin to bind by wrapping the arm around your leg. You could just, or lower back even, and grabbing hold of the front of your right leg. Still looking up towards the shoulder. One more breath in here, inhale. And as you exhale, we'll take that left leg back for this version of a side plank. Press down into the 4 corners of the left foot and reach your left arm up. Again, gaze turns towards the thumb if that feels comfortable for the neck. And if it doesn't, you can take it down to the floor or out into the room. You can stay here or lift that left leg, actively pressing from your core out through the sole of the foot. One more breath in, exhale back into your tabletop pose. We'll round the spine, press back into extended child for one more breath here. And then we're going to come to a seated position for a forward fold. So there's a couple of options you have. If you do have access to a bolster, you can take that out in front. And we can take the back of the knees onto the very edges of the bolster. So you're creating a V shape here. You'll feel your sit bones on the ground, fingertips on the floor just to lengthen. Lift the rib cage up away from the pelvis, create space. And as you exhale, pour the upper body over and arrive into your forward fold. This is a really nice option. Also, if you've got cushions the same size, you could place them underneath your knees and still create this shape. It's great if the hamstrings are a little tight too, so that you get the real benefit of the upper back of the body and creating space there, pouring forward. If your hamstrings are not feeling tight, you of course have the option to straighten your legs. Again, if you do this, fingertips on the floor, lift the rib cage up, and then pour the body over, explore your edge and arrive here. So whichever one you're in, come into it now. Don't worry about what it looks like, just close your eyes, just drop into the sensations you're experiencing here. Balancing that stira and the sukha, the effort and the ease. So the amount of effort that we bring into these postures, these asanas, and the amount of ease that we feel in them. So flexibility comes with softness, not gripping or holding. So we explore the edge where we feel that wall of resistance, and then we soften into it. If it's not possible to soften into it, we've gone a little bit too far. So if you back out a little bit, you have more chances of gaining more flexibility. Just breathing into your experience. Just letting go of all of your responsibilities off the mat. Being fully present for you and your experience, your physical experience here. If you had a block, you could rest your head down on it. You could just let the head drop here if it felt comfortable, or keep it lifted. Last couple of breaths in or forward fold. And so for our side bend, so we'll come up nice and slowly. Our side bend today will be banana asana, and we'll come down into the center of the mat. And I think we probably did this in day maybe 1 or 2. So coming all the way down, bringing your legs right into the center of the mat, the upper body right into the center, so you're in this straight line like a pencil, and arms down by your side. We'll shift the heels over to the right hand corner of the mat, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can take them off the mat. You could either keep your heels or your ankles together, or lift your left and place it on top of your right. Then we lift the upper body, so the chest, shoulders and head move over to the right side of the mat, just keeping the hips in the center. You have options to reach your arms overhead if your shoulders feel okay. Left, right thumb and first finger even, just wrapped lightly around your wrist here. And you could just soften into your complete side bend to the left hand side. If this doesn't feel comfortable for your shoulders, you can take a more open posture, just bending your elbows, taking the back of the hands to the floor. So again, listen to your body, find the shape that suits you, and soften. We'll take one more breath in here. Inhale, exhale, release your arms down by your side. Inhale, exhale, release your feet back into the center. Inhale, exhale, upper body back into that pencil right in the center of the mat. Just take a deep breath in and soften. Now shifting the left heel over to the left side of the mat or off the mat even. And then placing your right ankle beside it or lifting it up, placing it on top. Upper body over to the left. That's your shoulders and your head. And then you have options with your arms, either to reach them overhead again, interlacing the left thumb and first finger around the right wrist, or bending your arms at the elbows for a more open shape here. And then just dropping in. And breathe into the sensations that you're feeling. One more breath in here. Inhale. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale. Exhale, legs back into the center. Inhale. Exhale, upper body back into the center. Take a deep breath in and soften. Finishing off with a twist and a hip stretch at the same time. We'll place your right ankle across your left thigh, and then either place the left foot on the floor, just focus on opening the right knee, or we'll take your hands behind your thigh or in front of the shin. Just draw the knee in, take a breath in, and as you exhale, place the foot on the floor, and we'll let both legs fall over to the right hand side, opening the arms into a nice wide cactus, back of the shoulders and arms and hands on the floor. Inhale back to center, and uncross your legs. You can lift your hips up for one breath here into a baby bridge, and then release the hips back to the floor. We'll take your left ankle across your right thigh. Either just pause here, or we lift up for one breath, hands behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Draw the knee towards you, and then we'll release that right foot to the floor. Arms into that nice open cactus, dropping both legs over to the left hand side. And again, just settle and notice. What is your experience here? Just breathing into that experience. Just take one more breath here. Inhale, exhale, legs back to center. We'll take both knees into your chest. Just gently rock from side to side. And then draw the knees all the way in. Hug them in. Feel the lower back pressing into the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, chin to chest, nose to knee. Squeeze and tighten everything. And then stretch out into Shavasana. Either with the feet on the floor, knees together, or extending your legs fully, letting the feet flop out to the side, arms away from the body, shoulders away from the ears, back at the head comfortable. And just take time just to arrive on the floor here. Just feeling the effects of the short practice on your body, energetically, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Just feel yourself being supported and held here. Feeling the movement of your breath. The gentle rise and fall of each breath. So we're completing today's practice with a little drumming relaxation. Just inviting a deeper breath into your body. Inviting some small movement into your hands, your feet, your head, your neck. And then take a full body stretch, whatever weight feels right for your body right now. Maybe a sigh or a yawn or some sound. And then we place our feet on the floor. Slowly roll onto your side to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Take your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, lengthen from the base of your spine to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, bow first to yourself for showing up into our practice